apart from a couple on the peripheral things, haven't really staked their claim, if I'm completely honest with you, to be main players. And I know it's difficult to get that fluidity and be playing to your potential if you've obviously, not been playing. I think we've been wasteful. And if I'm honest, as I said a few moments ago, generally where it comes to creative football, forward-thinking football, moving quick on the transition, chance creation, let alone chance conversion, but all of that. I think when you look at this season on a whole so far, pre-season and last season, and maybe going as far as the season before, I think those questions are on the manager. If I'm honest with you, even though I'm happy to beat Newcastle and obviously happy to win today, it is what it is, 6 points in all comps. I think in these last two games, the players have been wasteful. I think Martinelli's done well. I think we had a good counter attack where he should have found Gyökeres. I definitely think he should have done better with his header, either way he scored. I don't know, maybe good defending, but I don't know how Ødegaard ain't put it in the back of the net. Shout out Saka for getting a second. Gyökeres had some half chances, and they're not clear-cut chances, and we need to create a bit more. And I do think in the last two games, like today, Gyökeres has worked his nuts off and done well. I don't think you've done it well enough. I think Trossard in the second half, incredibly wasteful. I think in these last two games, our players, forget what Arteta has got to say. Obviously, listen to him, listen to the coaching stuff. But I think the players have got to know that you need to take these chances. I didn't feel it was ever in doubt, and obviously a goal got chalked off via VAR. The longer it stays 1-0, the longer we're a goal up, but we're not converting, the longer you start to feel, is this going to be one of those days where it's one-way traffic for the large part of it? And then obviously we concede, but that weren't the case. So yeah, I don't think Gabriel Magalhaes' injury is anything serious. It would have been nice to see Wanyeri and Dalman and things, but as much as I want them all to get minutes, when you sit there and break it down, isolated, we made the game harder where it didn't need it to be. So I agree with all the changes. Like Saka's cameo, obviously, because he scored. For Eze had some cute touches. Actually, like the fact that they swapped. I think Raya, you weren't called into action too much, but you've made two incredible saves for us either half. I think Gyökeres had a decent performance, but again, you're wanting more in terms of goals. I know Ødegaard got an assist, but that's the least of the worries. I think he did very well today, if I'm completely honest with you. So yeah, man, I think Miles Lewis-Skelly, obviously I'm going to always push agendas. I like Miles Lewis-Skelly, but Miles Lewis-Skelly had out of all the guys on the peripheral that, kind of need to show the gaffer I want to start more. I know that's historically Trossard, but not technically Trossard because he's been starting. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly has given Arteta not a headache, but do I go with Hincapie when he's fit? Do I keep Calafiori, who probably will start on Saturday? Do I keep Miles Lewis-Skelly, who did well? I'll take the 3 points end of the day. Like, what's that? 2 games in the champ, 6 points on the board. Bit like Port Vale. It could have been better, could have scored more goals. That's a second cup competition. Actually, you're thinking, oh, could we have scored more goals? I think there was, let alone the second half. Like, I think it's that. I think we could have done it in the first. I think the players were wasteful, sorry, today, if I'm honest with you, man. Gyökeres' touch was great. What did you watch? I've just been giving Gyökeres his flowers. Our squad depth is mad when it showed the players that are injured in the stands and the players we brought onto the pitch. I hear it. Gyökeres worked hard, his goals will come. That's all you can hope for, man. Shout out to Martinelli, you get him how you live. The fluidity and decisiveness is so poor with Ødegaard on the right. We moved on from that. I can't lie. I did like Ødegaard more on the left-hand side in some occasions. Let's go. I'll take it. We were playing people into fitness, and I agree the players were wasteful, but I'll take 2 wins. Yeah, we'll have it, man. And all attention on to West Ham now. Gyökeres' touch and ball control is a bit meaty. I can't lie. He needs to lose a bit of weight. I don't think it's a weight thing. I just think people need to accept he's never going to be the most aesthetically pleasing. We just have to accept him for what he is. He's 27. I would say the last 2 games, Gyökeres, you've impressed me with all the other aspects with being a striker, but the goals, because we got man that can work hard and pull into channels and that. And sometimes maybe you're being told to do it, maybe you want to do it. I think today you actually didn't stay central enough today, I wouldn't say Trossard's was poor today, but yeah, he's not beating the super sub stuff, man. Gyökeres should have found Martinelli and vice versa. True. Trossard's been poor. Gyökeres needs to work on his touch. Bro, like, I'm not being funny. You don't think Brighton knew his first touch weren't the best? Sweden, Sporting, Coventry. And at 27, if you ain't got that's not gonna change, bro. You're not gonna be able to pluck out this guy like Santi Cazorla. He's not gonna do that. Like, to be honest with you, bro, like, I would argue certain fundamentals on a football pitch, like your first touch and all of that stuff. I think if you ain't got certain things by 13, it's a myth. Clearly done all right. Raya, even the fact that Raya really untested, really had to be called into action twice, is up there for man of the match. That probably says everything. Mendy will scam another start against West Ham. Horrible guys. In the preview wrong. It's frustrating that Sporting could easily set up Gyökeres, but Arsenal can't. Boy. Gyökeres put in the shift today. Applaud the effort. He didn't stop running. I hear that, but I want more than that. Because again, it's not that you lot are wrong, but you should be working hard. You should be running better. I promise you, Gyökeres has an amazing engine. His work rate is crazy. It's true, and I'm with you lot. But when we start talking about work rate, to me, it registers the same as talking about Ødegaard and like pressing away from the obvious. Martinelli tracking back. Sunday League, my man puts in a shift. You really should be doing that anyways. Right. Yeah, but we have a squad now, DG. It's beautiful. It is. One tampon Gyökeres go, huh? What's going on there? Give us the clean sheet. We rest well. Clean sheet, 2 goals, 3 points. Keep it moving. Saka does love the chaps. He'll get a lot of goals on the left because he'll be on his preferred strong foot in front of facing goal. The goals will come, at least I hope. Look at the movement. Been telling man about Saka left wing. I mean, we've seen it at our football club before. DG, stop lying. This game hasn't been good when it comes to attack. Yeah, some of you are just vexed and you are on just hitting anyone because have I not, Clement, have I not just said we were wasteful? Are we listening or are we speaking? Do you see how good Saka is on the left? He can play anywhere, man. I'm going to spam this comment till I get a response. Bro, we've seen Saka on the left. And I like the fact that Eze was on the left, Saka was on the right, and they were swapping. Arteta, you're learning. These last 2 games, you're learning. He's been good. Don't be worried about the Zubimendi thing, dictating tempo from deep, deciding when and where the ball goes. Zubimendi is such a class footballer. What a player Rice learned. Why did Rice catch it straight? Zubimendi been good from what I'm seeing. 6 out of 10. But a good 6. No one was amazing today like that. Unless your name's David Raya, for me, potentially Miles Lewis-Skelly. No one was amazing. Just done the job. We should have scored more. They want you to hammer the attack, DG. Work rate is for Havertz or Marino. Saka switch to the left was good. Smash the like button, people. It's free fitty. Yeah. Saka's good anywhere, man. How was the game? Wasteful in front of goal. Never really in doubt. But yeah. How did the horrible 14 have such good hold-up play today? Makes no sense. It's 2 games on the trot. His hold-up play is good. He actually just wanted to score. Zubimendi didn't have a good second half, but overall solid team performance. Our quality and depth is proper things. Let's hope it's not in vain and it can relate into winning some silverware now, man. That's what we're missing. We are not the perfect team yet, but I think we're getting there. Good win today. Saka left, Noni right wing. Nah, Saka right, Noni left. Swapping game, man. To be honest, I want Gyökeres to do less and score more. 100% in the box. Gyökeres ain't had no chances and he created that goal. Credit to you. Gyökeres has been working, man. You're getting better every game. Things are working. It'd be nice to score if he could score because Haaland scored, Højlund scored, and goals are infectious. Strikers are a bit weird like that. Like I don't think Gyökeres has feeble mentality, but you know how they're weird like that. He might be sitting there, ain't scored in a couple of games now, 3 games. What's going on? And you just want to see him scumbag some stats, quite frankly. But when you're doing all the other things well, and also mentally, I'm not seeing you feel sorry for yourself. You're fighting. Everything will come into place. We do need to create more for him, but as I'm going to reiterate, similar to the Newcastle game, I think you've had some moments or some half chances where I think you could have done better. MLS played well. MLS did very well today. Trossard and Marino shouldn't be starting games. They are both better as subs. That ball to Saka from Eze for the second goal and the way Saka controlled it, pure class. Miles Lewis-Skelly is going to be a hell of a player in the future. Ødegaard is the MVP today. Ødegaard looked good, man. Ødegaard, Raya, Miles Lewis-Skelly, I think they're the ones worth talking about. Obviously, Martinelli got a goal. Everything apart from a goal kind of worked for Gyökeres. 6 out of 10 collective team performance. Fighting my eye. Good night, chatting DG up the Gunners. Come on, Els. Good night. And to not just you, but everybody. And yeah, on to West Ham now. Let's just go into the international break feeling good about ourselves. Nice to see City drop points and Liverpool, and obviously everybody last week in the Premier League. Again, people, like there ain't really too much to say. But I did bring out a video speaking about things I found in the Newcastle game and generally about Mikel Arteta. I've posted it in the chat. So yeah, Miles Lewis-Skelly needs to stop backing off so much though. Our left wings are super subs. They should not start games. Same with Marino. It's just a slow start. Gyökeres will score goals for sure. I mean, what is 6, 7, 8 games into a 3, 4, 5-year deal? Strikers need to score before they get that head drop illness. The good thing I think you mean is he has scored, so he needs to bag on the weekend. I hope so. When the camera showed Jesus and them, man, I was like, wow, we got all this man now, all this man them. We got bare players. Ødegaard got his passing groove back, man. Another underrated, two good cameo against Newcastle, good minutes in the legs for Ødegaard. Then this is all we want from everyone. Not every game can be 4-0, just win and we move. Also true. I can't lie. We can talk about the concerns and the good and the bad, but anyone doing the raging thing today, like, come on. DG2, I hear it, but like, come on, man. It's not the game for that today. We just did what needed to be done and maneuvered, man. So really and truly, there's nothing more to say. Decent performance. On one hand, people are right. It's always going to be amazing. You just get the job done. On another hand, based on the Newcastle game and today, I don't think it's normally it's on Arteta creating chances, but the players are being wasteful. And yeah, it puts more daylight. But bro, you lot are international footballers. You get goals. It all adds towards your tallies for the end of the season. So I feel in many ways different, but like the Port Vale game, like just keep it moving. And I'll be real, I'll take the 3 points over the performances purely because who's our next game in the champs? You've got Atletico and Bayern coming up. It's a bit of an insurance policy. I did expect more of a fight back from Olympiakos. They did put the ball in the back of the net. It feels like the same game where Arteta's been proactive. It's been the same game like where we've been sitting here as a joke, like, yo, Timber needs to come on. White looked rusty today. Expected White looked very rusty today. And for me, again, I don't know what they're saying, but it looked like Arteta just kept trying to coach him through the game and he weren't happy with what he's seeing. But I guess the silver lining for White is there are some minutes in the legs, man. So yeah, I feel the same way I did about Port Vale in that I think Olympiakos, there was capacity to score. Naturally, in the League Cup, you want to score a bit more goals. I actually feel in the first half of Newcastle, could have been more goals, but you just get the points, focus on the positives, evidently work on the improvements, and we just keep it cutting, bro. Like, we just keep it cutting. We beat West Ham, going to the international break. Not even necessarily positive or negative, just like job done mode, and then, boy, Fulham away when we're back in this, innit? Like, who else we got in the champs? Like, I actually want to see our next 3 fixtures. But at the end of the day, 2 games in the champs, 6 points, just keep it moving. Who's our next games in all comps? We might as well just have a quick cheeky browse. We all know we're playing West Ham 3 p.m. on this Saturday. Hope you will join me for a watch along. Fulham away when we're back from the international break on the 18th. Atletico Madrid, who you would think they're a stinky defensive side. Big up Martinelli. He's a real one for trying to just see if that ball went in for Gyökeres before he finessed it. Credit, you lot are dissing Marino. Ødegaard, Gyökeres have played a key role in that goal. I'm even forgetting the strength. Hey, Gyökeres, that's one thing. The strength, man. Just need to. You're gonna bully man in this prem. We're gonna bully man in this prem. Bring it home, man. Move from lean. Play like Big Doug from SC Duns, and I'm here for this. Oh, Martinelli. Let's be professional, though. Saka 11 goals in 19 in the UCL. Kenny Ken, where are you? You can't come. Well, man said he's not world class smoking. But yeah, we've got Atletico, Crystal Palace, League Cup against Brighton, Burnley away, Slavia Prague. So we got Atletico, Slavia Prague, and Bayern. You at least want a point against Atletico. Ideally, you obviously want to win. If you lose, you give yourself a footing. You need to beat Slavia Prague, and you got Bayern. And just generally, we're going to I hear it. You might not want Trossard starting, and you say we want about him as a superstar, but Martinelli and this one and that one, bro, the whole squad is going to have to be utilized. The games are coming fast and thick and fast. It is what it is. And I'll be real. I'm not talking about like LEWIS-SKELLY for kind of fury or the 1-2 changes. A couple people. The only disappointment for me, I get it, as I said, the context of the game, like we just need to get it done. I would have loved to see Max Dowman and Wanyeri. Happy to see Miles Lewis-SKELLY. But if in terms of a thing where players just get minutes, where is it going to come? Because it's not coming on Saturday. Pardon me, it can't come on Fulham away. It definitely can't come at Atletico. Smoking rocks if you think it's coming against Palace. I mean, you can make a case for the League Cup, but we got to the semis. I want to go one better, and I actually want a strong team there. Burnley away is going to be difficult as well. Slavia Prague, you might see a lineup kind of how you saw it today. You could say Brighton in the round of 16. You could say, I think, more chance of it Slavia Prague. Sunderland away, it's one where you rest players in Football Manager and then you get smacked. If you try and do that, North London Derby, Bayern, Chelsea away, Brentford, Villa away, forget that. So we did what we needed to do. Gyökeres needs to wake up. How is he not scoring? Might as well get a refund from Sporting. Nah, man. Gyökeres did all he could to sack. What a finish from Saka for the second. He did all he could to join this club. He's got a friend in me still. But if worse comes to worse, I'm just screaming, you know what? Gyökeres is part of the squad, just sign an next striker. But it's getting better every game. But the last two games against Newcastle and today against Olympiakos, I've more been looking at Gyökeres. Like, I believe in you. I think you're a good player. You've had 1-2 half chances. I feel I get it. And it's a bit double standards-y. Pick up Ryan for them saves. It's a bit double standards-y. But there was one chance where I understand it, Gyökeres. He was a bit greedy. Probably shouldn't have went for goal. Probably, as someone said, should have tried to find Nelly. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I was telling him, go do that. I understand. Like, this felt like the first game, give or take with what I said about Newcastle. You're actually getting some chances, man. So, yeah, that's one way to fix the left side. Play Ødegaard and Saka over there. True. You got LEWIS-SKELLY in the mix and Calafiori and Hincapie. Hincapie is scheduled to return in October. Happy new month in advance. Big up, my bro. Smash the like and hit the subscribe. 2 games, 4 goals, 2 clean sheets. Sensational. Marvin, tell them again. And we're still talking about improvements. Consistently starting Ødegaard right-hand side is going to kill this manager. To be fair, though, you did see the contrast from when Ødegaard was on the left to the right today as well. Smash the like button if you haven't, man. We are going to play against Atletico, the final boss of the low block defense. Atletico attacking, letting Brazy right now. Wish we signed Ikitike, would have been perfect for us. Gyökeres needs to stay calm, keep working, the goals will come. Goals are like buses, you know. The next time he scores, he'll probably get a brace minimum in the game. If you put Gyökeres through like that, he'll do damage. Just doesn't seem to ever happen. There was a couple of moments early doors in that game. Ødegaard tried to find him very quickly. And there was one where, do you know what? It might have even been Marino. I'm just begging Martinelli. I know I'm wishing on a star. Look up, bro. Find him. To be fair, Martinelli should have found Gyökeres. Gyökeres should have found him. To be honest, like, Martinelli should have at least 2 goals and assists. But if your name's not Martinelli and Saka, and obviously discount Eze, like, if you played significant minutes, you should be disappointed because Gyökeres should have bagged. Ødegaard, you could have bagged as good as you were today. Gyökeres could have bagged. Gyökeres could have bagged. Martinelli could have bagged again. Gyökeres could have banged. Martin Ødegaard could have banged. Martinelli could have bagged. Trossard should be on the score sheet. There was a moment in the second half. It felt like the ball kept falling to him at least 3 times in a row. And as I always maintain, Gyökeres, it's not Gyökeres. Trossard's one of the ones you want it to fall to. Just not doing what needs to be done. DG with another quality watch along. Big up you, my Lion Child music. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. The good news is we're here on Saturday again. We kick off at 3 p.m. So I keep saying this like I don't know this. We kick off at 3 p.m. So I'll be live at 2. So yeah, man. We just need to be more clinical in front of goal. But yeah, you're right. And I think everyone can see that. You know, there's things we can improve. There's things we need to take the good and make it great. The evident areas for improvement. But I'll always take the the result first. And then if we got a clean sheet, scored more goals, and we're still talking about improvement, then 2 away, the only way is up. I did like Eze and Saka swapping. Arteta, I don't want to get too excited off 2 games, but it feels like you're seeing the light a little bit. You're still, Marino. I'm not really a fan of the. I don't think Marino was I don't think any of the players were as bad as you lot are making out. But I understand why Zubamendi and Marino play together, but I'm not. And it weren't terrible today. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it, but yeah, can't complain really though. Eze, Saka, Wanyeri can all swap positions if they start together. It would have been nice to see Wanyeri. It would have been nice to see Eze, Ødegaard, Wanyeri, and even Saka left wing. It would have been nice to see that. Yeah, man. I will be honest. I think Gyökeres needs to bag on Saturday still. Ødegaard for Arsenal versus Olympiakos. Most touches with 86. Most final third passes 26. Most possession 8. Most chances created 4. Most crosses 4. And he provided an assist. We're here for the convos, DG. I hear it. Appreciate you, DG. Big up the chat as well. I appreciate you lot. Without you lot, there's no 70,000. There's no DG Nation. Wherever the hell you lot are. There's bare different countries. I see you lot tuning in from Iceland, Afghanistan, where else? Australia, America, England, Canada, Pakistan. And if I ain't said the country, come on, there's bare countries in this world. I'll be missed out. All over Africa. Without you lot, DG Nation, man. I know this Arsenal bag, but Without you lot, it's dead. It's a pleasure to be here, talking football, running bands, everything in between, man. Big up the Twitch runners as well. I fear some may be overreacting about Gyökeres. Bottom line is, if he ain't on that field, we don't score that. He done splendid work tonight. Marvin, but that requires somebody actually thinking. You know how Arsenal fans protect your mental health. If you want to, I'm not saying anyone here wants to do that, but like, it's actually your fault if you're vexed. I understand the outside noise, the media pissing you off, the other fans, but even that, block it out. If you know that anybody isn't going to be honest about Arsenal and have your bants, but an honest football chat, block it off. You know, even with us Arsenal fans, some are going to make out everything's amazing, some are going to make out everything's terrible. Use this and just put yourself on places or platforms or consume information where you might not agree with a pundit or a content creator, but you might see where they're coming from. Because at this point, we've known this for years, Arsenal fans, going back to the Jules Graham days, under Mikel Arteta from years. It's actually, and I'm only saying this because I love you lot, if you're vexed about how Arsenal's being portrayed, you're going to the wrong places to look at stuff because they're intentionally being obtuse, man. I don't want to jinx it, but I see doubles at the end. But PSG lost to Barca lost to PSG with no Dembele, Doué, Carol, Neves, and Marquinhos. We didn't play shit. We just didn't finish opportunities. Trapping with Jay, that's it. But you know that's not what sells. It's hyper opinions. Like Gyökeres ain't the guy. He never scored. The truth is he worked hard. He done all the other stuff he created in the first. He just didn't bag. This one's shit. Trossard's mad crap. This and that. We both know what it is. Should have converted our chances. And that's in the last two games. But that's positive though. Big up Antigua. Big up with the West Indies as well. Thanks for the watch along, John. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Siege mentality is us against the world. Facts. Mental fortitude is a must. Think it needs to be a squad player thing for Ødegaard. I only want him out there in games where we can have him and Eze together in midfield. I hear it, to be fair. Appreciate you, Stephen, for the super chat. We win even playing ish. I'm confused. Today's game was up to the players. Nothing to blame on Arteta. Facts. They're doing Ethan dirty. I hear it. I would have loved to see Ethan, but I think I can criticize you not starting, but how the game went, I understand why all the other options were chosen. There'll be minutes, man. I'm upset that I didn't see Wanyeri, but I'm not gonna cry about that if I'm brutally honest. Right, Gonzalo Ramos scoring for PSG. Damn. Big up, DG. Cheers for the watch along. This team will definitely appreciate you. Cheers for being here. Smash the like button and subscribe if you're new here. This team will definitely win something this year. It has to, boss. So cry me if there's no silverware. Can we play a team that can't defend for a change? Be honest, DG. If Havertz was putting in these Gyökeres performances, what would people be saying? I think they'd be saying the same things. People are dishonest about Gyökeres. The people that like Havertz are dishonest about Gyökeres. The people that like Gyökeres are very dishonest about Havertz. When truth is underlined, I think they'll be saying the same things. I genuinely think they'll be saying the same things. There'll be that middle ground like us, where again, I'm saying it in the sense that I like all the other things Gyökeres is doing, and I do agree the goals will come and that. But I think the last two games you've had opportunities, and then if I'm harsh, I shouldn't rate you for work rate. You should have work rate anyways because you're a professional footballer and the club you're playing for. And kind of backing off what you said, bro, Havertz got work rate. Marino got work rate. Purely upfront work rate. Or we said this about them. Jesus, we said that. I hope Wanyeri gets minutes. It'd be nice to just see him score, man. Flick is a fraud. Bit harsh. That bit reactionary, that. But yeah, main things is happy to... Ødegaard, Raya, Miles, LEWIS-SKELLY. The ones I'm looking at, like, yeah, you lot, I feel you lot personally were head and shoulders above your teammates today. But yeah, man, it is what it is. But there's no point wasting any more of your time, people, man. You lot, all I'm going to say is good night. I know it might be morning, afternoon, evening. If you ain't hit the like button, make sure you're doing such. Make sure you've watched the previous vid where I kind of spoke about a lot of fallout points we're talking about, and it's been out. Appreciate you lot. And yeah, man, we'll be live tomorrow. Should have Egal, should have Jess, should have myself. And then, yes, Friday, Saturday, come on, man. You know the routine. Just smash the like button, turn on your notification bells. Make sure you're following on all the applications, including TikTok, people. Oh, you lot follow on TikTok, man. We're trying to get to 2K on TikTok before the end of the year, man. Follow on TikTok. I know you ain't. There's the link, people. So, yeah, it's posted in the chat. But, yeah, on that note, enjoy your evening, folks. Appreciate you lot. Happy new month in advance. Well, not even in advance. See, I've been saying it for time. Happy new month.